Good morning. Let's take a look at yesterday. England, Netherlands took the lead. Harvey Elliott again. I did mention to Telegram members possibility of yet another draw. 5 draws in 6 matches for these two. And indeed, the Netherlands got the next goal. So if you did trade on that piece of stat or that piece of evidence, well done. But Harvey Elliott getting the job done with a second goal. Superb stuff. Germany, yet another over 2.5 goal match. It was going to be attack v defence, all a matter of whether the French could yield or not. Was there a trading angle, for example? If it was 0-0 after 20 minutes, that was a potential trading angle if you're going after the over 2.5 goals. No, 8 minutes already done and done by half time. Arguably could have laid the Germans 2-0 up at half time, couldn't you? Given the importance of the match. Low odds. Not going to cost you too much liability wise. Norwegian Cup was where we made our money yesterday. A couple of really good calls. That Rosenborg equaliser coming very late. And if you took insurance out, that's perfect timing. It's pretty much the last kick of the match to bring it to a draw so they could go into extra time. And that was, I think that was the only call yesterday. Rosenborg and Sarpsborg, I think. No, Stabæk and Christian Sund as well, I think. No, maybe not. So just the Rosenborg play yesterday and the Ingham play. So getting a good job done. Dortmund, for those of you who had an in-play stats feed, you could have gone into the first half market, but they arguably should have scored a lot more goals than just the single goal they did get in the first half. Nothing doing today at all. It's the FIFA World Club Cup. 8 o'clock, Juve, Man City. Not going to be playing either of those. Not going to be providing any previews. No point. We don't know if it's a full first 11. We don't know whether there's going to be wholesale changes at half time, etc. So I'm not going to be playing. Up to you if you wanted to play or not. With tennis a ready alternative this summer, let's retrospectively trade because that costs you no money at all. Just go back a day. Look at the matches that I starred yesterday. Stewart exactly doing what I wanted him to do. Not the favourite, but a Brit at Wimbledon. Boom, wins the first set. Van Ash, 1.17 favourite, expected to equalise, which indeed he did. But Stewart winning the actual match. That doesn't matter. It's what happens in play that counts. Similar story for R. Peniston against Landaluce. 1.4 favourite Landaluce. Peniston, a Brit, winning the first set. You're expecting Landaluce to be dominant in the second set, aren't you? 1.4, indeed, winning the second set. Another profitable trade there. 2 French people meeting each other, Cazaux and Blanchet yesterday. Frenchman, I think. 1.22. Favourite Cazaux. I would have taken Cazaux on winning the first set because his odds would be very short. Playing a fellow countryman who might be competitive. Second set. Nope, ended 2-0, but it's a very low liability play. 1.83. 1.83 favourites when they're both 1.83. You're expecting 3 sets. Didn't quite get that with P. Jubb against Zappieri. Pretty much outdone Jubb yesterday. Looking at the WTA, I did focus on 2 Canadians meeting each other yesterday at Wimbledon's qualifiers, Branstein and Andreescu. And the underdog winning the first set in a tiebreaker, which is exactly what I expected or I wanted, because fellow Canadians will know each other from the Davis Cup, etc. So that's a nice angle in. Of course, the 1.22 shot won the next set, but lost the match. That's not what it's about, though, is it? It's about that 1-0 to 1-1 when you're a trader. Banks, 1.57 home favourite. Lady at Wimbledon. Brit, done in 2 straight sets. What a pity. And Appleton, another one, 1.8, 1.91, both of those two players. I'm expecting a three-setter, which indeed I got. Appleton won the first set. She's a Brit at Wimbledon. Palikova winning the second set in a tiebreaker, and Appleton winning the third in a tiebreaker. So that did go to 3 sets. So you hopefully lay the first set winner and get a response second set in an expected 3-setter. Harrison Bellucci at Eastbourne, the Brit, well, going through the 2 straight sets, 2.3 favourite. My main angle there was for the favourite Bellucci to win the first set, and then for Harris to play in front of home support, get that push. Jack Duckworth, well, won the first set against Davidovich Fokina. I did shortlist this one because I do like Aussie tennis players for some reason. And he won the first set in a tiebreaker. 1.44 Davidovich Fokina, fighting back and winning the match. Nice trading angle, that one. Hugh Fernley Whittingstall against Giron, the Brit, 1.44, outdone, only won 4 games. Injury perhaps, I'm not sure. And in Mallorca, Bautista Agut, the only match I focused on really, getting the bet of Bernard Tomic as we would have expected. And at Eastbourne yesterday, Joint, the Australian, beating Emma Raducanu in 2-1. Emma Raducanu won the first set, 1.36 favourite. Possibility, again, Joint being an Australian, to take Emma on, but I would have preferred it the other way round. And indeed, Joint won the next 2 sets. It's good stuff there. F. Jones, 2.75 underdog, couldn't land a blow against Jastrzębska. Those were the main matches yesterday in the tennis. What am I going to be looking at today in the tennis, with the football being a little barren? In the men's game, Wimbledon's qualifiers, I've shortlisted Royer against Drogouet, 2 Frenchmen meeting each other. Hopefully, they'll know each other's game and we'll get a 3-setter. I've also shortlisted Stewart. You saw him coming through yesterday. He's a 5.5 outsider, but I will be laying his opponent, Reedy, at 1.14 or lower if he wins the first set, Reedy. Liu and Manarino. Interesting to see such a big name in the qualifiers, Manarino. I'd expect him to get through, but he's playing another Aussie, so he might have a spot of bother. At Wimbledon for the ladies, 1.91, 1.8 match I'm focusing on today to see whether those will turn into automatic 3-setters. So Montgomery and Appleton's matches. We'll look tomorrow to see whether there's any 3-setter action. Jacquemot against Cornet could be interesting today. 2 French ladies meeting each other. Alice Cornet, very accomplished tennis player, could play above the 2.75 odds. I expect it to be competitive, that's for sure. Seidel against Fett, 1.83, both players, suggestive of a 3-setter. Townsend against Naif, 1.8, 1.91, suggestive of a 3-setter. And at Eastbourne, it's Humbert, very strong favourite against the Brit Harris. Danny Evans against Brooksby's, another 1.8, and evens, could be a 3-setter, that one. And I think Davidovich Fokina could be a lot more competitive against Mensik, 2.3 outsider. So I'll be looking at possibly taking on Mensik if Mensik wins the first set. I don't think Fokina should be an outsider. Mallorca is a very tough coupon. 3 out of the 4 matches today are even Stevens, so we'll see whether they will be 3-setters. We've got all the big names: Bautista Agut, Corentin Moutet, Igor Alician, the only odds-on favourite there. Well, accomplished odds-on favourite. The others are even Stevens, Diallo and Griegspoor. So that'll be interesting. And at Homburg, 2 Americans meeting each other, Pegula and Navarro. Are we going to see a 3-setter there? I'll be looking at all of these for you tomorrow. Joint, who got the better of Emma Raducanu yesterday at Eastbourne. She is odds-on favourite today against Blinkova. And we've got 2 Russians meeting each other, Pavlyuchenkova and Rakhimova. 1.73 as well, the favourite, suggesting a 3-setter there. So I'll round up all of those tomorrow, see how accurate we are, and we can investigate the ideal trading entry point as well. Tomorrow is a return to football, you'll be pleased to know. So let me get the Soccer 24 coupon up, and likely tomorrow, using my psychic powers, it'll be the Irish Premier Division and Irish First Division. I've highlighted a couple of matches to look at. Cork City against St Pat's. Both teams to score is a steady pattern for Cork City at home, but St Pat's have had trouble scoring, even with home advantage. So I'm not too sure what to expect yesterday. St Pat's at odds on. Well, I've haven't had as good a laugh in a very long time. Shamrock Rovers losing, I think, their only last match against Bohemians. So expect them at home to do one over Waterford. Treaty United, very unlike them not to score in the Irish First Division last match. Could be a redemption match for them, 1.63 home favourite. So that automatically gets a look in for me. Utsicton should have trouble even scoring. They're away at Varberg. That should see Utsicton eminently gettable, particularly if leading. FIFA World Club Cup, 2 a.m. kickoffs, no interest at all. So Friday for the football fans for a return to trading. Hopefully I'll be up and about for those ones. They do look very readable. It's becoming a nice league, or a nice country to play, the Irish Premier Division, Irish First Division. Just getting into its groove now, becoming readable. But we've got some important teams. I think Dundalk and Shamrock Rovers ending their unbeaten runs recently. Have a great day. It's a quiet day on the football front. Plenty going on in the tennis. I'll round up tomorrow's tennis and show you how accurate or otherwise the market is when they quote even Stevens about teams, about players. Are we expecting three setters, and how big is the strike rate for 3 sets in those even Steven matches? Could be another tennis trading angle, couldn't it? Have a great day, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.